Hi and welcome back to Excel Basics Plus. In today's session we're looking at the SUMIF formula. Now the SUMIF formula is similar to the index and match and the VLOOKUP formulas. However, it will add up the range of cells based on a criteria that you provide. So in this case, whereas index and match and VLOOKUP will only give you the first result when looking up a criteria, the SUMIF adds up the value of all results based on the criteria provided. So let's jump straight in. The formula is very simple. Equals SUMIF, open bracket. Now we've got three parts to the formula. The first one is identifying the range of cells that you are going to apply the criteria against. Now in this case, we're looking up the salesperson. So we want to select the range of salespeople, which is of course C5 through C11. Now let's hit the F4 button so we lock in the cells. We keep the $C, $5, $C, $11, and that way we can keep that formula going as we drag that down against the other salespeople. So we've got the range, comma. The next part of the formula is the criteria. What are we looking up? Well, we're looking up the salesperson and we want to look up Jade, who is in cell M6. Now, in our last session as well, we looked at locking in the column M because we are looking to drag the formula across to the concession tickets as well. This saves you having to retype formulas all the time. So we go $M and 6. So we've locked in column M and we've left row 6 as the variable. So as we drag that formula down, it will change row 6 to row 7 and so on as we drag it down. So we've got our range and we've got our criteria, M6. Well, now we do comma again, obviously. For the third part of this formula, we want the sum range. And this is the value of all of the adult tickets in Jade's name. So we select D5 through D11, all of the adult tickets here, and that's what we're looking up. Now, remember in the last session, we looked at locking the cells, but this time we want to lock the cell rows, but not the column. So if we hit F4 once, that locks cells D6 through to D11. So it locks the column and the rows. If we press F4 a second time, there is no $sign now in front of column D. So it's only locking the rows, which is what we want because, as we said, we're going to drag this formula to the right to the concession tickets as well. So when we do that, if column D is not locked in this range, it will move the lookup column from D to E, which is the concession tickets, which is exactly what we want. So we've found the range, we've found the criteria, and now we've just put in the sum range. We close that bracket and hit enter. And Jade, 32 tickets. Now, if we all of a sudden said that, well, hang on, Elizabeth actually sold all of her tickets for Jade, what if we change Elizabeth's name in the salesperson listing there to Jade? We enter her name. Look, that has instantly now picked up 60 tickets, which is the 32 that we had originally and the 28 that were Elizabeth's, but we've now changed into Jade's name. So that will now be 60 tickets in Jade's name because it's the SUMIF. If we used index and match, and you can see it right here, index and match now comes up as an error because it cannot find Elizabeth. So we can now drag this formula down. And what you'll see straight away, well, Elizabeth is 0. Why? Because Elizabeth doesn't feature in the salesperson list anymore. Now, if we come back here and actually change it back, because then we suddenly realize, well, hang on, it was actually Elizabeth selling them. Elizabeth, we put her name in, press enter, and it refreshes back. Elizabeth now has her 28 tickets. Jade has her 32 tickets that she sold as well. Now, the last piece of this particular part of the formula, we can now drag this across. So you highlight the cells, you grab the little plus sign there and pull that across to concession tickets, and you'll see it's changed the lookup to column E, which is the concession tickets, because we didn't put a $sign in front of the D In the adult tickets, it's dragged it across to the next column, being the concession tickets. The static values were the salesperson, $C, $5 to $C, $11. The static column for the salesperson on this side that we're looking up was $M, but we left 6 as a variable so that as we drag that down, it will change the row number 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. And it's done exactly the same in the concession tickets. Now, there's other ways you can use the SUMIF function. As an example, what if we wanted to find out in the list how many tickets greater than or equal to 20 tickets sold there were, because that then becomes the list of people that we will get back for the next selling of tickets. And the formula is very simple. It's literally equals SUMIF, and what are we looking up? We're looking up the number of adult tickets, so N6, comma, what is the criteria? In parentheses, because we're using values, is greater than or equal to 20, close parentheses, comma. If that is true, what do we want the result to be? We want it to be N6 again. We want it to be that ticket. So going through, equals SUMIF. What are we looking up? Is it greater than or equal to 20? And if so, return that result. Close bracket and press enter, and we get 32 tickets. We'll drag that formula down, and what you can instantly see is Henry is 0 because his tickets were under 20. 28, 23, less than 20 again was Alex at 19, and 22 for Adam. Very simple formula. So many different ways to do these formulas as well. That is a very simple way of doing it. Keep practicing and look out for the next video. Thanks.